Good morning from Bali, everyone. It's Annie Femenin from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, my mindful actions got me wearing my stethoscope, and of course, I've got my medical equipment here. And it's so interesting that today I wanted to talk a little bit about truth and expressing our truth and living our truth. And it's interesting that through my journey in this life, at least, I've really recognized how important healthcare is to me and the healthcare of others, most importantly. It's interesting, and of course, I mean, this comes from a healthy space in myself too. And what is a healthy space in ourselves? And then what is a doctor? And it's interesting, this is why I'm wearing the stethoscope today, is because there's a lot of things that people will connect to when they think of a doctor. And sometimes it's the equipment they wear, and other times it's the title that they've got, and other times it's the office that they work in, and sometimes it's the heart with which they work through. And for myself, this form works through its heart. And I know that whether I had the title or whether I had the office or whether I had the practice, the retreat, anything, didn't really matter where I work. This space of working from this heart has been the same. And today, I'm much less in an ego space. So there was a time that I loved when patients would say, "Oh, you healed me, you helped me, you made me better, you helped me prevent this disease, you whichever." And I'd say, "Oh, thank you." And that's, the knowledge combining with your energy and my energy. And it was truth. I was definitely combining that knowledge. But I was taking some credit and loved it. The ego loves that. And today I want to talk a little bit about what kind of things have evolved and how you too can evolve in your thinking about doctors. And so, first of all, I thought I'd start with this quotation by Waldo Emerson. And this says, "The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be." The only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. I decide to be hot because that's why I'm in Bali. No, I'm kidding. But it is hot. And I'm not deciding to be hot, but I am hot. I will say that who do I decide to be? I decide to be a healer, a person who helps care for others, a person who cares from the heart, a person who heals with thoughts, words, and actions. And this is who I am destined to be because this is who I decide to be. And this is who I have decided to be in this life. And whether with a title or not, it doesn't matter. And certainly today, I definitely feel that whatever is coming through this form in terms of helping others is from a higher energy. Some would say God, some would say the universe, that flows through this form because of the right intentions and thoughts and loving space that comes through me that then helps the people around me. And whether they are patients or clients or friends or family, it doesn't matter. The same energy comes from me to all. So that was one thing that I wanted to make sure that I shared. And then, as I said, this video is also about living a truth. And so this next quotation is about that. And it says, "Live your truth, express your love, share your enthusiasm, take action towards your dreams, walk your talk, dance and sing to your music, embrace your blessings, make today worth remembering." And I love this. This is by Dr. Steve Maraboli. And this is so true. It's again, making today worth remembering for me is, have I worked from my heart space with every space that I've been in? And sometimes I need to say things that some might not like to hear. But if it's coming from a heart space, whether it's compassion towards myself or the person that I'm speaking to, and hopefully both, it's a hard space. And this is interesting. Recently here in Bali, there was a friend of mine who had mentioned that he would like that everyone who comes to Bali is happy. That's what he would like to contribute to. Now, we can know that he's never going to speak to everyone who comes to Bali, but clearly he was saying, implying that the people that speak to him or are around him, he would like to see them happy, so that would be contributing to their happiness. Now, the same person yesterday, I was actually waiting for him for some help, and I waited hours, and he was here, but he was busy chatting, and we can understand this. But if it is the person I decide to be is to help others be happy. Of course, at that time, I also asked him, why only people who are visiting Bali? Why not people who are here in Bali? If you decide to be the one that makes someone happy, then be that everywhere. So then I think about this form likes to work from a space of love and compassion. And so no matter where, I like to work from this space. And so when I saw that yesterday, I was compassionate for hours towards the other person. Myself, I was definitely reaching out and saying, okay, are you ready? Are you ready now? Are you ready now? And that was for myself. And then finally, I had to actually speak with him to say, I don't think this is kind. You know that I've been waiting for hours to have just a little bit of help. And luckily, and there was no harm done. There was nothing, it wasn't that I needed to get somewhere. I did want to do some work. I did want to do some writing, but it wasn't any emergency, and it wasn't any emergency for him too. But if we each know the space that we're coming from, my compassion eventually had to come through my form too, that I couldn't just be compassionate to another person, whether he was hungry earlier, he wanted to speak with other people here earlier, or had other things on his mind earlier. It didn't matter. If he was here to help me, which I believe he was, then it's that intention of wanting to make others happy. If my intention is to be loving and compassionate, as you know from my last video, it's very easy for me to be loving and compassionate towards others, less easy for me to share that same energy with myself. And it was so wonderful to have an opportunity to do that for myself, and it was heard. And I appreciated having that communication. And I wanted to make sure that you know that if you know what you're destined to become and who you decide to be, it will come through as living your truth. It will be expressed with love. It will be shared with enthusiasm. And then it will take action towards your dreams to achieve this. So this is all the quotation that I just read that I want to make sure that we're all practicing, because we all can. And then finally, I'd love to leave you with this quotation by Maya Angelou. And this is truly the wish that she's sharing with us, and I'd like to share with all of you that are listening today. It says, my wish for you is that you continue. Continue to be who you are, to astonish a mean world with your acts of kindness. I love that. Your acts of kindness. Is it through your thoughts? Is it through your words? Is it through your actions? Can it be through all? I hope so, and I believe that we can all do this, and this really does help the entire energy of the world, and it raises the vibration of the space that we're in, both within us and around us. And I wish this for all of us today and always. I wish you a fabulous day ahead, and I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.